The Unseen Roommate. In my college years, I moved into an old, creaky apartment building. Everything seemed ordinary until I realized I had a roommate I hadn't signed up for. Late at night, I'd hear faint, muffled whispers and the sound of shuffling footsteps. The sensation of someone watching me never left. It wasn't until I saw the reflections in the mirror, one of them wasn't mine, that I knew something was terribly wrong. I began researching the building's history and discovered that my roommate had lived in my apartment decades ago, only to vanish without a trace. Now their restless spirit haunted the very room I slept in. I had to find a way to make peace with the unseen presence, or else I feared I'd never truly be alone. The Phantom Radio Station. One stormy night, while driving along a desolate highway, I stumbled upon a radio station that shouldn't exist. The station played eerie, distorted music that sent shivers down my spine. Curiosity got the better of me, and I decided to investigate. The radio signal led me deep into the woods, where I found an abandoned, decaying radio station building covered in vines and surrounded by an aura of dread. Inside, the equipment crackled to life on its own, broadcasting messages from the beyond. I soon realized that this station was a gateway to another realm, where voices from the past and the future spoke in a cacophonous chorus. The more I listened, the more I understood that the station had a sinister purpose, to lure lost souls into its clutches. I barely managed to escape with my sanity intact, haunted by the ghostly voices that lingered in my mind. The Subterranean Tunnels. During a visit to an old, abandoned asylum, my friends and I stumbled upon a hidden entrance to a network of subterranean tunnels. Intrigued, we descended into the darkness, our flashlights guiding our way. As we ventured deeper, we found signs of a gruesome past: straitjackets, rusted instruments, and blood-stained walls. The air grew colder, and strange noises echoed from the unseen depths. We soon realized we were not alone. Ghostly apparitions of tormented souls appeared before us, their anguished cries echoing through the tunnels. Panic set in as we realized the spirits had no intention of letting us leave. Desperate to escape, we retraced our steps, but the tunnels seemed to shift and change, trapping us in a nightmarish labyrinth. It was a battle of wits and survival as we tried to outmaneuver the vengeful spirits and find our way back to the surface. Only a few of us made it out, forever scarred by the horrors we had witnessed below. The Portrait of Despair. I inherited an old ornate portrait from my grandmother, a portrait of a beautiful woman with hauntingly sad eyes. The artist's signature was illegible, and the subject's identity remained a mystery. As the portrait hung in my home, strange things began to happen. The eyes in the painting seemed to follow me, and the room grew cold whenever I looked at it. I started having vivid nightmares of the woman in the portrait, her tear-filled eyes pleading for release. Desperate for answers, I delved into my family's history, uncovering a tragic tale of love and betrayal. The woman in the portrait had been wronged in life, and her spirit now sought vengeance through the painting. I had to find a way to appease her restless soul, or else her despair would consume me as well. The Cursed Carnival. As a child, I visited a traveling carnival that came to our town every summer. It seemed like a place of magic and wonder until I stumbled upon a decrepit tent hidden at the edge of the fairgrounds. Inside, I found a dusty, ancient carousel with tarnished mirrors and cracked wooden horses. As I touched one of the horses, I was transported to a nightmarish world where the carnival was overrun by grotesque, nightmarish creatures. I desperately tried to return to reality, but the carousel had other plans. It whirled faster and faster, and I felt myself being pulled deeper into the cursed carnival. The line between the real and the surreal blurred, and I had to confront my deepest fears to escape the nightmare. Years later, the carnival still haunts my dreams, a reminder that sometimes the most enchanting places hide the darkest secrets.